And Mike and Jackie, we are lucky to be joined here right now by Texas Congressman Troy Nehls. He was the previous sheriff of Fort Bend County in Texas. We met many years ago riding on airboats during Hurricane Harvey, but you all, of course, are full well with the task of protecting rivers. Congressman, thanks for being here. What do you have to say, and what do you make of the crisis that we're seeing here?
Thank you, Griff, for having me, and I've had opportunities to visit this border, McAllen, Laredo. I've been to Yuma, Arizona. This administration is playing politics with the lives of the American people. It's dangerous. What I've noticed is that this administration is in complete denial. Just last week, Kamala Harris said that she was at our southern border. That is a downright lie. Mayorkas gets in front of the American people and says our southern border is secure. That is a lie. I could put him on a polygraph machine and he would fail it. And so would Kamala. The hundreds of people that you've seen cross this southern border, crossing this Del Rio section, just since Wednesday. If Kamala Harris and Mayorkas stood up here on this bank, I wonder what they would say to the American people about what they said about this border is closed. I've been to the southern border, they haven't. And they're playing with the lives of the American people, and it's dangerous. The people coming across here are the ones that actually are waving the white flag. I mean, they know you're here. They know DPS is here. The border agents are here. They want to be apprehended, so to speak, because they know it's a welcome right into our great country of ours. But what about the thousands that are coming across the southern border under the cover of darkness? Those are the ones bringing in the drugs, the fentanyl and the methamphetamine, and it's killing people. And so we have to, if you're going to solve this issue, number one, you have to be real. You have to wake up and realize what's happening here. You have to visit the southern border, but you got to revert back to Trump's policies. That's the only way you're going to handle this.
Hey, Congressman, you mentioned the drugs. CBP put out some numbers yesterday that the cocaine seizures, 65,000 pounds, already exceeded all of last year. There's 4 months to go. Fentanyl, 7,500 pounds, exceeded last year. We heard the chief. The chief was telling us 25 million a week just in this area the cartels are making on humans. It's not factoring in the drugs. Is it your opinion, your belief, that the administration is in some way enabling the cartels to profit?
Number one, I believe that this administration, and I've been on this program several times now since January, talking about this is going to be local law enforcement having to clean up this mess. This administration, the Biden administration, is complicit. They're aiding and abetting in the crime of trafficking of persons, human trafficking. They know what's taking place. We talk in this country about the war on drugs, and we do public service announcements talking about sex trafficking, human trafficking, labor trafficking. What do you think is happening when these people enter our country? Many enter our great country of ours. Many of them don't speak English, right? They're going to come across here. They have very limited skills. They're beholden to the traffickers, right? And many of them may have a debt to pay. So they're going to be in our country, and they're going to be doing things that they don't want to do. Because if they don't pay that bill in full, the drug smugglers and the traffickers and the coyotes will threaten to kill their families.
Congressman, quick, before we run out of time here, and thank you for being here with us, your governor. Texas Governor Greg Abbott saying he's going to allocate $1 billion to fight this crisis and possibly try and build a wall if the administration won't. Your thoughts?
It's sad that the state of Texas, our taxpayers, are having to augment the Border Patrol with DPS using taxpayer dollars from Texas up to $1 billion. It's the federal government's responsibility, specifically Congress, to secure our southern border. I understand why the governor's doing it, because he's there. His charge is to protect the great people in the great state of Texas, because our president and this administration is unwilling to do so. So I understand his point here. I hope it can be effective. I'm sure that DPS and they're doing the best they can to try to address this issue. But if you really, really want to address the issue and stop the war, prevent some of these drugs coming in and these illegals, you have to secure the southern border with a wall, remain in Mexico policy. That's it. You have to do it, and you have to do it now.
Congressman Troy Nehls, formerly Sheriff Nehls, thank you for being here.